Well, it's been a weird couple of weeks. You know, map, Sean's disappearance, that unfortunate accident with alternative me. Pull your head out of your... Like I said, that unfortunate accident. Though I still haven't figured out what to do with the remains. So, how's about a Western slash horror? I mean, come on, you knew this was coming up. Hell, I put enough hints in to give a description. I mean, we already kicked Dracula in the junk, so why not Frankenstein's descendants? This is Jesse James meets Frankenstein's daughter. Well, first off, the title is wrong. Yeah, Jesse James is the key character, but he meets Frankenstein's granddaughter. So, yeah, right out of the gate, we've already got issues. This film is part of the drive-in slash marquee double feature that was directed by director-actor William Bodine, who did TV episodes of The Naked Gun, Green Hornet, and dozens upon dozens of Lassie episodes. Both features were shot in 8 days in the Corriganville movie ranch. Along with this opus came the horror western Billy the Kid vs. Dracula. Yeah, I know, we already just suffered through that crap. Jesse James, or John Lupton of Airport 75, Julius Caesar, BJ and the Bear, and the Rockford Files, is the notorious Kansas City outlaw hiding out in Mexico to avoid the Marshal. And one Marshal in particular is Marshal McPhee, character actor Jim Davis of Big Jake, Time Tunnel, Dallas, The Day Time Ended, Comes a Horseman. The idea is to join up with another gang and rob a gold deposit that's being guarded by a handful of men. Brother Frank is, well, he's not here. Maybe they went their separate ways, maybe he died from syphilis, or maybe atoned and became a priest. All those options would have been theatrically sound and with a decent flashback sequence, but nope, not in this movie, no sir.
I'm sorry, Lonnie, but you just backed yourself into a corner.
Take it easy, Jesse. He'll be all right when he sobers up. Now, to tell you the truth, Jesse, I figured you'd have more men. I didn't know that you were down to Hank and yourself. But I still think we got enough to pull this. And I think you'll agree that it's worth it when I tell you what it is. Have a seat.
Jay.
For the love of
The
God.
paths you have chosen
What
were wrong.
now?
Read from the map. It knows where to go.
What happened to mojitos, fine-ass females, and so on? What, your personality scare them off?
Hey, fuck you. That was harsh.
So what's the problem now?
Well, what can I say? After the 9th orgy, it all just got a bit seamy, you know? I mean, how much ectoplasm can you exchange? Am I right? Am I right?
Look, I looked at the reference materials, I jotted some notes, and I'm getting some supplies together. Look, if you can cover my review, I can get started on this right now, okay?
Hey. Better not be like that last flick.
It's the follow-up double feature.
Damn it! Can't you watch any good movies?
I don't need the YouTube hassle. Later.
So, the other oddity in this here, one-horse town is a European castle in Mexico. Screw that. Alright, a tad out of place, wouldn't you say? The castle is owned by Frankenstein? Froderick, perhaps? No, it's in fact granddaughter Maria Frankenstein, who has taken up the family business, and by that, yes, digging up corpses, attempting to reanimate them. You lack Dr. West's formula. Of course, played by Narda Onyx of Wire Service, Broken Arrow, Steve Canyon, The Third Man, 77 Sunset Strip, Richard Diamond, Private Detective, North Alaska, and The Tall Man, just to name more than a few. Anyway, back to Jesse, who is not traveling alone as he has a huge slab of beef watching his back. Seriously, this dude makes Jason Voorhees' Kane Hodder look small, tiny, minuscule. Hank looks like he could wrestle a Kodiak bear and the bear would probably tap out. Of course, Hank, not Hardware, but Cal Boulder of Bonanza. One of our spies is missing, Daniel Boone, the girl from Uncle, Star Trek, and Cimarron Strip. Maybe you recall. After a gunfight ensues and Jesse is the victor, Hank got injured and the villagers tell him of Lady Frankenstein. No, not the Italian softcore horror. And how far her castle was. Given you could see this gaudy, out-of-place castle quite easily, I guess pointing to the matte painting wasn't really needed. Over a half hour into the movie, and our leads finally meet up. That robbery subplot was vital, I guess. Bought and built by stuntman Ray Crash, did you hear the quotation marks? Corrigan. This ranch has been the scenic background for movie and TV shows alike, such as Star Trek, Fort Apache, The Lone Ranger, The Robe, and The Adventures of Rin Tin Tin. With an oak woodland providing terrain like caves, lakes, mountains, and rock outcropping. There's even a man-made lake and waterfall giving a bunker with thick windows, gives away to underwater shooting, allowing camera and crew to stay nice and dry. It's kind of nice, actually. Now, thankfully, we have an older man rather than the usual fresh-faced 20-something portraying this bandit, and well, his performance is better than this film deserves. No, I do not think it rivals Robert Duvall in the great Northfield, Minnesota raid, nor do I feel it comes close to Bill Paxton's depiction in Frank and Jesse, but at least we have a hardened cat playing like a man on the run, twitchy, on edge, and sharp to dealing with trouble in his coffin nail driver. Or, if you prefer, six-shooter.
With the charming location, the deep woods, the quaint, folksy environment, the stage is set, but alas, the film is too confusing to be deemed worthy of a Hammer production or the original Universal Studios movie Monsters alumni. I took away from this, from a professional creation allotted in 8 days that they shot it, and with the quality, the sound production, but again, it just kind of felt, silly. Oh, look, an omen of ill portents. Are you here for me? Okay, why the fuck are you actually here? And in fact, how do you even keep coming in? No, stop that shit right now. Hey, you want to do me a favor? Okay. Yeah, you just take this right here. Yeah, it's Yeah, thanks. Appreciate it. Yeah, thanks much. Okay. Well, that's one less problem.
Hey, wait a minute. How did that guy fit in that small bag?
Not my problem. Talk to props. See ya.
Hey, my body. Fucker.